Good morning and welcome to a new week of More Than Just Task Management. It's Monday morning, March 31st, as we're going live on our Planned channel. My name is Anna Angelova. I am a business coach and consultant and a co-host of this podcast. And as usual, I have Joris Minusman with me. Morning, Joris.
Good morning, Anna. Good morning, everyone. Good to be here. Happy Monday.
It's really, really great that you are here and we can resume our conversations. And today we decided to talk about numbers, to talk about metrics, because especially online, wow, do we have data? And we both come from a background of data analytics, reporting, and we love data. But as business owners, sometimes we really get lost in all the noise and we forget to look for the signal and really find out
Mm,
what metrics really matter and what to pay attention to.
mm,
And when we work with our clients, with Lefficomp, when we work with our clients, like one of the things is that like we focus on four KPIs with our clients, with the business owners we work with, and the small, medium-sized business owners. Uh, we help them focus on four main KPIs, right? In this, so one is related to profitability, because again, like if you are in a for-profit business, uh, revenue, profit, like this is the oxygen for a business. Just like we
mm,
don't live to breathe, but we need air to live. The same thing is for the business, right? So profitability is one key mm, area or metric that you need to monitor. And then the other one is customer satisfaction, right? Like how happy are your customers? The third one is employee growth, employee satisfaction. And if you are on your own, you probably think that it doesn't matter. And from one perspective, it probably doesn't because it's you, right? It's only you. But once you have a team, this is like really key, like making sure that your employees are happy, that they stay with you.
mm,
There's not too much of a churn. And then the fourth area where we create a KPI is impact beyond the regular business, impact
mm,
that is either local or even global, right? Depending on how big your business is and what you do. So these are the four main areas that we really focus on with our clients and that we also monitor for ourselves. And some clients don't have all of them, right? Like if you don't have employees, you don't need the employee metric right now.
mm,
Then some decide to focus on customers, employees' profit, but don't have anything for impact, and that's okay, right? Ultimately, the best of the best, like the best companies monitor these four, like all four of them.
mm,
So ideally, you would like to have all four,
mm,
but you can start with one or two, like with profit
mm,
and customers, right? These are the key ones in the
mhm,
beginning, again, especially when you are on your own and you don't have anyone working with you. So these are the key areas, right? Like the four key areas. And the question is, of course, like what numbers do you monitor? Like how do you know things are with these KPIs? Like how do you know things are
mm,
okay, right? And there are a couple of layers here. So one is as the business owner, especially if your business is big enough, right? Like you're more towards a mid-sized company, you as the business owner, you actually most likely we want to monitor profitability, for example, just as profitability, right? Like, do
mm,
you just make sure like how profitable are we, right? That's it. Like this is the main number you're focusing on. This is
mm,
our profit in terms of like percentage wise, right? And in real value as well. This is what matters for you. But with people that are closer to the daily operations, right? They will actually need to peel the onion because if you think about profitability, and this is one of the easiest ones to talk about, if you think
mm,
about profitability, uh, it's a result of so many things happening down the line. Like it's basically a result from everything you do, from attracting clients to converting them, the cost associated with this, right?
mm,
So people who are closer to the daily operations, like an operations manager, like they might have a little bit of a different metric. They might actually be monitoring, like if you know, let's say one easy example we were just chatting about is if you have a store, right? Like you have a physical location, a store, and you know that once people get in the store, like 9 out of 10 buy, right? Like your process within the store is so good because like they can see what you are offering, can 9 out of 10 buy. Mm, then what you ultimately, one of the metrics or the metric that your operations manager might be monitoring is the number of people who get in the store, right?
The
Like
traffic, yeah.
the traffic. Yeah, this is might be the KPI for the operations manager, and increasing the number of people getting in, like the traffic, would mean that ultimately, given that everything works the way it does, it will increase revenue, it will increase profitability, and all these kind of things. So it's really like that's why it's like a couple of layers. One layer is having the end result in mind, right? The profitability, the number, and the total number, and also the percentage, but also peeling the onion and seeing which one is the key driver. So thinking about yourself, like for your business, which one is actually that key driver, that key metric that the way you have things working, the way your systems work, marketing, sales, delivery, the way these things work, that this key driver, once you focus on this one, you increase ultimately profitability, revenue, these kind of things. So I know I still talked a lot, and I'm actually curious what you want to share, Joris, with figuring like ultimately figuring what numbers matter, right? Because again, especially online, there's so much out there, and a lot of these are vanity metrics, like followers, likes, clicks like this.
And some of them do matter. So, for example, you brought a very good example, like a brick and mortar shop. You monitor the traffic. Uh, but for a company that sells online, that really doesn't matter. So theirs is the number they need to focus on is the website traffic. How many clicks, those matter. So it all depends on what matters to you and what is and from the peeling the onion layers, one of the things that you need to look at is which one is the biggest impact, has the biggest impact on your profit, and which one costs you the most. If you identify these two and then optimize both of them, then your EBIT will go up pretty significantly.
That's a great point because, like I said, profitability is these two things, right? Like the revenue, but also the cost. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, monitoring.
Absolutely.
And again, like as the business owner, especially when your business is growing and it's bigger, you might just need to monitor the profitability. That's it. This is what, and we're talking about a lot of times, like we mentioned, the 80-20 rule, right? Like the 20% that brings the 80%. So as your company grows, your focus should be on the end result in a way, and then let your people focus on the metrics that are down the layers, like and so
I think we need to have a complete maybe session or sessions on profitability, because there's a lot of business owners, they only focus on their passion. For example, serving tea is his passion, right? Okay, serving tea is my passion, or I open up a tea shop, I make it beautiful, I serve tea, but I don't know anything about like profitability. And there's a lot of misconception thinking that just because I have high revenue, that means I'm profitable. I've seen companies who literally, I was part of the closing the doors for the company where their sales went through the roof, but their profits were zero because the owners were not paying attention to the EBIT. I mean, calculating profit is complex, but it's not difficult. The complexity is because of the different business has a different nature, right? But there are ways to calculate those. It's not easy, but it's not difficult either. But that is the most important. Revenue does not mean profit. these so just because you're a lot of money is coming in, it doesn't mean there's anything left of it. You can maybe lose. I've seen companies who are losing money on a daily
High revenue.
basis,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just trying to operate. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have sessions on that. But for now, I think we're just talking about the numbers. Keep your eye on the numbers, same as you do with your bank account, right? And I think one of the best things that we will probably have sessions on that one before. And I know you want to jump in when you have the profit first banking model, financial model, that really helps you. I did it exactly today. I logged into my account and I saw exactly how much money I had left for the taxes. So it's really, really helps. You don't have to recalculate it every time. You set it up and then you open your bank account and you know exactly how much your OPEX is this month. And you're like, oh, why is my OPEX so high now this time this month? Or so of the money from my OPEX has completely depleted my account. So I need to look at my OPEX. So yeah, numbers
Oh,
are very
yeah.
important. Yeah.
And focusing on the numbers that matter, right? Like this is one of the key messages today. Not every single number matter, so focusing on the numbers that matter. And
Mhm.
if we talk about a little bit about the other areas, right, with the customer satisfaction and employee satisfaction, like the number that as a business owner you might want to pay attention to for both is the net promoter score. Right? Which is
Yeah.
ultimately how likely is a customer or an employee to recommend your company. So the customers is like recommending to others to buy from you, and for the employees
Mhm.
recommending for others to work with you for you, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
And those become a little, as we go through those four KPIs, as we get to the last two, actually the last two, they become a little bit more difficult to calculate and quantify. But yeah, there are scores that you can check online. There are surveys you can send, but they become a little bit, I don't want to say less accurate, but more difficult to quantify.
yes,
And
and that's why you have surveys and things like this that
yeah,
kind of help you. It's subjective, of course, but it
it
gives
is.
you a baseline and something to focus on. And other, if you think about employee satisfaction and growth, right?
Mhm.
So another way to look into things is mm, how long people stay with you, right? With your
Nutrition rate,
company.
yeah,
Attrition
nutrition
rate
rate.
might be something that is
Yeah.
a good point of for you to see what's going on. And
Attrition
then
rate, I think, is one of those things we need to talk about a lot. I've seen
yeah,
quite a
oh
lot of it
yeah.
because everybody says, "Oh, my company's attrition rate is almost zero." That's a very bad thing. That's a very bad thing. So there's a healthy medium for attrition rate where you're depending on the number of employees you have also and the nature of your business. But yeah, that's numbers are very important, and we can help our customers. We do help our customers uh, not demystify, but analyze those numbers, right? Just looking at numbers doesn't mean anything. Just because a number is closer to zero, that's not a good thing. So especially for attrition, you want fresh blood. You want some of the dead weight to walk out, right? So yeah, yeah. We'll I think we'll have a lot to talk about in the coming days, months, years.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Hopefully,
sure.
yeah.
And again, for today, it's more about like the four areas, right?
Mhm.
Profitability, customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, growth development, and then impact, like social, global, local, environmental, whatever impact you want to pay attention to and monitor. And then as a business owner, you definitely want to monitor the high level numbers, right? The ones that are at the top, and that's it, right? Don't like you don't want to have like a million numbers that you monitor. Four numbers, right? Four mm, key numbers, key indicators, and then for as you get down the in the organization, like to the people who are closer to the day-to-day work and operations, then they peel the onion and they find out again they don't have to monitor a million things. What are really the key drivers? So from today, this is the biggest takeaway, and we would
Yep.
actually love to hear like what are the things you're monitoring, like how many KPIs are you monitoring in your business, and
Mhm.
is
Would
it
love to see
effective for
the
you? Like,
Yeah, we love
yeah.
to see how you're doing it and what is the effect, and also learn from there are a set of standard KPIs, but there are very specific KPIs for specific business as well. We love to hear about that.
So share in the comments, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you are a returning listener, welcome back. We love the fact that you are coming back to more than just task management, and listening to this daily podcast that empowers you to create a thriving business. And again, if there is anything you want us to talk about, anything specific, even for your business, right? Put the comment out there. Because right now, as this is a relatively new podcast, as we are starting, this is your opportunity to get some of your questions answered, to get personalized attention. Where, like, if you go to some of those established podcasts, they probably won't pay attention to you. So take advantage,
Yeah.
and come back tomorrow for another insightful episode. We'll hopefully keep it shorter. I see that it's been 15 minutes, but data and numbers we are so passionate about, and it's such an important topic. So
Yep.
it was a good conversation.
It was. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Enjoy the rest
Joris.
of your Monday. See you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.